Good morning. We are going to be evaluating expressions today with single and multiple variables. Remember, a variable is just an unknown, so we're going to have basically x's that we're going to substitute in values for, and then we're going to use the order of operations. So let's just look at this first one, and I'm going to kind of explain how you would interpret this. If you were to read this from left to right, I would say 4 times x plus 7. And then this semicolon is the word when. So when I read this, I'm going to say x plus 7 when x equals 8. So basically, I'm just going to take that 8 and I'm going to substitute it in wherever I see an x. And then I'm going to do the order of operations. Remember, parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, left to right, add, subtract, left to right. These parentheses mean multiplication, so I'm going to go ahead and move that from left to right. So 4 times 8 is 32 plus 7. So my answer is 39. If you want to check it in your calculator, you can do that, but I'd prefer to see work done because order of operations, I need to know you know how to do it because your calculator already knows how to do it. So now here's this multivariable, so I'm going to read this left to right. 3 times x plus 2 times y when x equals 2, y equals 6. So let's substitute in, and I'm going to use parentheses for multiplication. And then I'm going to do the order of operations. 3 times 2 is 6, 2 times 6 is 12, and 6 plus 12 is 18. Here's that grouping symbol, that division bar. Remember, this is a division bar, so I'm going to do everything on the top, everything on the bottom, and the last thing I'm going to do is divide. Reading this left to right, 6 times f plus 7 divided by f when f equals 7. So again, let's use parentheses to substitute in for multiplication. So I'm going to do everything on the top first. So 6 times 7 is 42, plus 7 is 49, and then I'm going to divide by 7. Go ahead and finish that out because it gives you a whole number, and the answer is 7. Now we have 3 variables, so we have p minus 2 times r plus s squared when p is 6, r is 2, and s is 5. So p is 6, r is 2, and s is 5. And don't forget that squared. We don't have any grouping symbols, but we do have an exponent, so I have to do that first. Remember, exponents mean 5 times itself 2 times, so that's 25. And then I'm going to rewrite everything, and this is a really good habit to get into because you want to show every step you take, and then you make sure that you've done everything in the right order. So I'm going to come to the front. Now I have 6 minus 2 times 2 plus 25. So that 2 times 2 is 4. I'm going to rewrite everything. Now I can go left to right. 6 minus 4 is 2 plus 25. So my answer is 27. This last one has a grouping symbol in it, so let's just read it left to right. X plus 2, the quantity of x plus 2 squared minus y when x is 3 and y is 10. So let's substitute in. X is 3 and y is 10. I do have a grouping symbol, which means I have to do what's inside first. So 3 plus 2 is 5. I no longer need those parentheses, so they fall away. I rewrite everything. Now I can do that 5 squared. Remember, that's not 5 times 2, it's 5 times 5, so 25 minus 10, and my answer is 15. I believe this is the last one, and we're using the grouping symbol that is a square root. So we're going to write that square root. 5 times x is 5, so I'm going to put the 5 in, making sure it's underneath the square root, but nothing else is, and y is 2. Because the square root symbol is now a grouping symbol, I'm going to do what's inside first. Don't forget to rewrite that square root symbol. The square root of 25, so what times itself gives me 25? Well, I just did it up there, so it's 5. And then I'm going to go ahead and do 2 times 2 is 4. And so my answer is 9. Please make sure you show all your work on this assignment. And if you have any questions, reach out to me. So thanks for listening.